Hello, truckers and adventurers. Welcome back to SnowRunner in Maine on the lowlands, and we're trying out a new truck. I guess I've had it in storage for a while. This is the Dan, and yeah, I upgraded everything in it that I possibly could. We got the best engine. Well, I say the best engine, the top engine. Gearbox, 51-inch tires, so on and so forth. Yeah, just trying to use something else rather than the Dairy Longhorn, which seems to have a low front. So I'm trying to go something like the Dan, which, you know, kind of has like a curved front downsloping. So it may do better going through ice and whatnot. Now, the only other issue is it's a lot longer than the Dairy Longhorn, which sounds kind of weird. It's longer than the Dairy Longhorn. Yes, it is. But anyways, so far it's been handling pretty well. Of course, this area here, we know rather well that everything gets stuck here, so no surprise whatsoever. I did put the long winch on here so the cable can reach rather far. But what I planned on doing today is kind of working on the sawmill a little bit. Now, at the end of the last episode, I was having a crush on a Kenworth truck, but then I realized after I got done recording and uploading the video that I don't have access to that truck at all. I thought I had the first 3 years of SnowRunner, but apparently I only got the first 2 seasons of SnowRunner. So it's not a problem getting the 3rd season, but then I have to go to the map that truck is on. I'd have to rescue it, I do believe, repair it, do all that. I did actually go to Alaska and grab the off-road gearbox or the advanced gearbox for it. So I've already done that. That was a struggle. I used the Hummer, which I always try to give a chance. And boy, did that scout vehicle struggle to get over to Prudhoe Bay to get that upgrade. I will say the upgrades on Alaska, which we have seen, I got a lot of upgrades on Alaska I have not found. I was looking at my Alaskan map, and there are none showing on the map. So they're all, I don't want to say hidden, but yeah, they're not like on the map saying, hey, there's an upgrade here. So I did find a website. Now, I'll try to put the link in the description below if I can remember. But I'll put a link to a website if you are playing SnowRunner. A group of people have put together some maps where you can find some upgrades. So if you're looking for a particular upgrade, just click on it and it'll show you where it is, on what map, what region, so on and so forth. So yeah, that's why we're not really trying to go for the Kenworth right now. We're trying out this Dan. So we're going on down to the harbor. So for the sawmill, I brought over only 1 steel beam apparently. I need 2 concrete slabs. Well, we know where to get that. And I need to make cabins. So I need containers down at the harbor. We're going to grab 2 of them and bring them on up to our production, which will... then I need to bring the long... is it planks or long planks? I think it's long planks. I need to go grab some long planks so we can make some cabins. We need 4 in total. So that's why we're going on down to the harbor first off. So one slight issue with the Dan, and I was kind of nervous about it, is the length of the chassis. Now that can be helpful and hurtful at the same time. I guess all depends on the situation, right? All-wheel drive and diff lock is always engaged, so I don't have to, you know, I always try to save on fuel, which is nice to be able to do. But also at the same time, always trying to be conscious of turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. Here it's just always on. Another nice thing, 350-liter fuel cell. That's nice. Another one. Ooh, what am I... What seems to be the problem here? Bueller? Not too sure. So there is an interesting thing. The suspension is adjustable on this. So there's a stock suspension and the adjustable suspension. I'm not really sure. I guess there's like an air compressor. Well, there's air compressors on most trucks for air brakes and such. But I'm guessing there's a way to... Is there a way to raise the suspension? Let's just park it right here for a moment. Turn on beacons. Change suspension mode. Oh, it just raised up. Alright, so in case you didn't see it, let me go... get the camera here. Change suspension mode. Lowers down, so you probably want that like on the highways and such. So we'll raise it on up. Alright, that'll be helpful. Alright. Well, we all know this corner by now. If you haven't, where have you been? The Muddy Peninsula. Let's see how this handles the Muddy Peninsula. Probably like every other vehicle that I bring through here. I have no idea where I got this vehicle from. Where's the intake for the engine on this one? I don't know if that is the intake. These things right here, that could be. Right where the air filters are? Probably. Well, I mean, we just went right through that muddy section. I don't want to say with ease, but that was nice. So far, this truck is giving me a good impression. I'm just a little bit nervous about the long chassis, but I will tell you this, it seems to turn better than the Dairy Longhorn. But I did him and ha about getting Season 3 and getting the Kenworth truck. And I was like, yeah, but we're on such a roll here in Maine. In order to get the Kenworth truck, I have to do like a few jobs on... I forgot what map it was. I think it's a British map, actually, that it would be on. So I don't know how many jobs, tasks, whatever. Of course, so first I would have to grab a scout, go around, unlock things, maybe have to build a bridge here and there before I could actually get the Kenworth to wherever it needs to be delivered and fixed to. I was like, you know what? Let me go back to the garage. Let's see what I got in stock. Let's see what I actually have access to. And then I found this, I'm going to say a nice truck now at this point, because it's doing great. Let's turn on some headlights. I should advance through the night here, but we're almost down. Well, we are down here at the harbor. Bouncy, bouncy. Okay, so cargo management, not concrete blocks. I mean, if you had slabs, I would look at them. Cargo container. All right. Locked and loaded. Well, they're locked. Are they loaded? Probably not. Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and advance to 6 a.m. That's a little bit better. Just trying to concentrate and get myself out of here. We've done this before, but now, that was with the Dairy Longhorn. And now I gotta do it with this, with a longer chassis. I heard some crunching back there. We all set? Yeah, everything's on there. Oh, I thought you can see the fuel sloshing around. I thought, when I saw that, I'm like, that fuel cell holds 350 liters? Now I just realized there's another fuel cell up there. That's the other thing I don't understand. Every once in a while, it will show you the fuel in the fuel cell. Oh, I guess if I scroll in... Oh, okay, so it's how... I just realized that. How close you scroll in will show you the fuel sloshing around. Why? Well, I guess if you're playing really hardcore and you don't have the HUD on like this, it'd be kind of nice to kind of scroll in to see how much fuel you got left. Let me turn the HUD back on. Yeah, so until we get the sawmill up and going, my lights on? Yeah, they are on. Until we get the sawmill up and going, we can't do any more jobs for whatever the company's name is. Everything else is locked. And from what I've been told, the sawmill, we'll be using that a lot for doing all the jobs, basically. So, we'll see. I can't remember if it's long planks or just wooden planks I need to make the cabins. We'll see how this handles going across the river this way with a load on it. But if it does anywhere near as good as it did coming over, I'm glad I found this Dan truck. I didn't say damn, I said Dan. Right, let's see if I get stuck going through here. Usually right about here is where we bog down. I am in automatic though. Oop, hit the mouse with my palm. Always makes the camera go wild. Now I got the extended rope on here. This get me out of the first part. That actually got through there pretty darn good. Well, may have spoke too soon. Don't remember getting stuck here, though. Oh, can't reach that. But we can do that. That'll work. That's all we need. Just a little assistance. Wonder how it's going to handle in rougher terrain or uneven terrain. That's what I want to say. I mean, will it roll over easy? Right now it seems pretty stable, even with the race suspension that we got going on. Now, the funny thing is, kind of like the Dairy Longhorn, I did try to put the side crane on here, but no. The only crane I'm able to put on here is the big, bulky crane, the heavy-duty crane. No small crane. Well, I take that back. You can put a small crane on here, but then it puts the side bed on it. Like we have on a lot of our smaller trucks. Which is, you know, it's okay. But I was just looking for a crane in case cargo tipped off or something like that. So, I've only used 100 liters of fuel from the fuel station going across the river down to the port and getting back almost to the fuel station. I didn't hear nothing fall off, so I think we're good back there. Looks like we are. Alright, but we are going to go to the fuel depot. Because after we drop these off, we're not coming back down the hill. We're circling up and around. so you may remember where we got the long, I think it was long logs, or was it long planks? I think that's where we're going to get just the wooden planks. So I want to make sure I got plenty of fuel to make the circle. I mean, we should have, but I mean, it's 100 liters of fuel, so that's quite a big thing here. I'm having a brain fart all of a sudden. Did I deliver 2 containers already up here? I went there. Did I go there with... The question is, did I go there with containers already? Am I going to be able to make this corner? I mean, the truck will. Will the trailer get around the sign? Kind of. I think it rubbed it a little bit. Rubbing is racing. And I keep saying when I turn, I should turn inside the telephone pole, electric pole here. But I keep always going around it. I mean, so far, peanut-like. Peanut-like truck. Peanut-like Dan. Yes, I'm liking this truck so far. Oh, why are we stalling out? Wrong gear for the hill? Alright, we'll put it in low plus. Do you do high gear up here? I don't know anything about Dan trucks. I don't think I've ever used it in any other game. I don't think I've seen the name brand before. I have heard of them, but I have never really got to use them in a game or anything like that. Round and in we go. Do I need a generator up here? Doesn't look like I need a generator. I don't see a space for a generator anywhere. Alright, loading cargo. No, we want to unload cargo. Cargo containers. Okay, so we got 2 cargo containers in stock. So it's just wooden planks that we need. So we need 4 wooden planks. I'll get 2 of the cabins done. Sorry, I'm just fiddling around here with... Just fooling around there a little bit. and I was completely just in a daze there for a second. Alright, so wooden planks. Wooden planks. I think it's up here. There's 12 wooden planks right up there. I think it's steel beams here. It's kind of hard. We know this right here. Yeah, metal beams. Sorry, metal beams. We need 4 in total, but there are 2 metal beams here. So what I could do is get as many wooden planks, come on down here, drop those off, circle back up here and get 2, and maybe deliver those to the sawmill. Go down and get fuel, and get 2 more cabins, if that makes sense. So we need to go up the road, up and around. Here is a logging station over there. I don't know how. Short logs, those are the logs over there. Alright, so we need to, when I get there, just make sure I turn there. That brings me down to the observatory and up and around. So, yeah, we know the road well enough. We know that's not, it's not far, but it's not short either. Well, that's not too bad, but you got 2 cabins up here. So just 1 more trip. I thought it was going to be like a lot of trips for some reason. Oh, I was probably thinking if the cabin took up 4 slots, that'd be 4 trips. But since they only take up 2 slots, everyone do math. Yep. You got it? Good. So the concrete slabs, yeah, we'll have to go over to Yellow Rock with this truck and this setup. And we'll get the concrete slabs and see how this goes through the ice. Maybe the front bumper won't get stuck like the Dairy Longhorn did. Well, my concern of the truck having a longer chassis, and sometimes I was worried about getting like high centered in the center. If I go over like mounds of dirt, go over just a little bit of a hill. Made it all the way up through here just in automatic, like it was nothing. Alright, try to avoid the mud hole here. One thing I just got to be careful of, just not get too cocky with this and I roll over. I gotta go through some snow. Well, I can kind of go around the edge of it. And that's where having the longer chassis may help. Because the front wheels, when they're in it, the rear wheels may not be. And then the front wheels get off just as the rear wheels are getting on the snow. It is a little bouncy. So far, not that bad. It's not like the Bandit where I feel that thing just one quick bounce and it'll tip over. This one can bounce like 4 or 5 times. I think you'll have time to catch it. Not get out of the truck and catch it, but, you know, to try to get a winch to something so it doesn't flip on over on you. Not going to really get through the snow there without both tires getting on. Oh, so can I reach? Well, that winch it. Alright, so the winch is not that long. Alright, so we buried ourselves in the snow here. Have no fear. Alright, we'll find another way. I'm going to keep talking this truck up, and then before you know it, I'll run into some issues. Let's get a little further over here, out of the mud. Much easier. Let's try high gear. So 500 meters before we get up to the intersection. Trying to think, I think wooden planks only take up 1 space, so I should be able to grab 5 of them. No matter what, it's going to take me 3 trips to get the wooden planks to build all of the containers. Oh no, wait a minute, I just need 4. So 2 apiece is 8. Yeah, so it's going to be 2 trips. That's what I said the first time. You misheard me. I said 2 trips. Don't roll back the video and... I said 2. So right here is usually where we come up from the garage. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. This is getting to be one of those moments of, I wish I knew about this truck a lot sooner. Don't remember where I got it. Probably in Russia, be my guess. And maybe at the time I didn't have any of the upgrades for it, so we just like, oh, we'll throw it in storage and we'll look at it later on. When I was later on, I guess. Yeah, I still have this in automatic, and it's just going through everything. I just gotta be a little bit careful down through here. Let's put it in low plus, not high gear, only because it'll slow me down, and we're getting to like a lot of bumpy parts. Okay, we're through that bumpy part, but once I get down this hill and take the corner, that little section just before the observatory gets really bumpy. Put it in low plus to slow me down. I just want to get all the way up here and get careless and roll over. Okay, now that time the engine stalled going downhill with low plus. There is still a task to do on... Is it this map or the other one? Might be this one. I know there is one on the other one. Yeah, so I think it's one on each. I haven't even been there yet to grab it. Meaning accept the job. The one on the other map I do believe is a rescue mission. I don't know if I'll be able to keep the vehicle or not because, well, I haven't been there to accept the job itself. And there's one not far from here, but we'll grab it at another time. Right now I'm just focused on, I think we're going to, just like I said, work on getting this sawmill up and going. Which, if this is all we have to do, if this is the last step, it's not that bad. Right, this hill could be a little bit steep. We'll see if we get up it without using assistance. With ease. Alright, so we have pretty much made it to the logging area. So we've used 120 liters of fuel to get up here. So it can do the round trip. But I'm glad I topped off because that would have been questionable. Alright, cargo. Wooden planks. And they are singles. Wooden planks. Can you just add another one right on top? Don't know why they couldn't. But yeah, we're all set to go, so just turn around here. In other words, we'll take the circle. And head back. We will kind of take it a little bit easy. But you know me, I always got to push the limits, and at times we just go a little bit too far. So we got to do this same trip again, meaning go down to the harbor to get more containers, and got to come up here to get more wooden planks. But we'll probably, in between, maybe we'll go, well, I'm kind of here. Because to get to the other map, I got to cross the Maine River. The M-A-I-N River in M-A-I-N-E, because we are in Maine. But yeah, the river that goes right through the center. So I would have to cross the river to get to the other map to do the path correctly. Well, I guess it doesn't matter too much. I'll just have to hate to do the same trip 2 times in a row. Alright, here comes the bouncy part, so hopefully none of the cargo in the back dislodges. If it does dislodge, as long as it doesn't fall off the low loader, the flatbed, I can probably repack it. I am taking it slow through here. I just don't want anything to come loose. Alright, so there's that rough section dealt with. There is uneven terrain somewhere here, and I'm trying to remember where it is, because I almost rolled over once here. I don't remember exactly what path I took. Might be that little ditch just to the left of us I did it in. Well, I may have a new favorite truck, at least for this map. It's almost like this truck is out for a Sunday drive. Put it in low plus, going over these mounds again. Yeah, so something like that, that little mound I was kind of concerned of. Getting high centered, but we seem to be doing all right with those. And that could also be a problem as well. Where when you hit a dip, the wheels are not touching the ground. That doesn't help. Glad I put the long cable winch on here. I usually put the twin motors on, but I really haven't hauled anything that extremely heavy for a long time, so I figured, you know what, the long cable's probably better than the twin motor right now, because we haven't hauled anything heavy in ages. Might be something good to put on if I was hauling. I'm trying to remember what map it was on. We were hauling the heavy, was it like a barge or something like that? I mean, if we're just hauling wood planks, we don't need a twin motor pulley system, I don't think. A twin motor winch. At least it looks like today we'll get, of course, these wooden planks delivered, and we'll get the first 2 cabins to the sawmill. That's the way it looks right now. Back to, well, somewhat asphalt. Probably shouldn't throw into automatic because we know how this goes. Just got arrows everywhere right now. Tell me where I can pick up material for the job that we're doing. So where that up arrow is right now, that is where those metal beams are. Might be able to take that road there. Where does that road actually go? Oh, this is where we got the forester, and this was like a marshy swamp. Yeah, I don't want to go in there. And there's not really a, well, there is kind of a road that goes through. But if you remember when we got the forester, it was probably not really built for a long chassis truck and a semi-trailer. Shorter is not always quicker. Just listening to those wood planks behind us, says bounce, 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 bounce. As long as they don't fall off. Yeah, I don't need to cut through the trees like I usually do. This thing is just motoring along. We'd like to get to the production building before the sun sets, but we're not too far now. Now, unless I need a generator, I'm just not seeing where the generator needs to go at this production building. I don't see the symbol for it on the screen, or the marker for it on the ground. Well, my lights have been on this whole time. Well, it just warns of traffic coming in the other direction that I'm coming to. Yeah, I do think this truck has a better turning radius than the Dairy Longhorn. So, well, we're not back to the fuel station yet, but we'll say we use 250 liters of fuel round trip up to there with this truck, giving us 100 liters to, I don't want to say mess around, but if we were to get stuck somewhere or what have you, we got a little bit of leniency. All right, let's go make some cabins. I think. See if we can make some cabins here. Alright, let's go ahead and, so we gotta get on this. And then they should just go into storage. And then F to craft. F to craft. Alright, then go here. And then select cabin, right? Well, they are cabins. Of course, we'll fuel up as we go on through. Although I'm just pretty much turning around, I think, and coming this way for next time. Let me go ahead and advance. We're going to advance actually till noon. Not 6 a.m., but we're going to go right to, well, okay, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, this passageway was the first job I think I did here in Maine. I should have enough material to make the concrete slabs, but like I said, if I'm going to go there with this setup at some point, it's not going to hurt to, keep saying go around the pole on the inside and you keep going around the outside. I should grab some cement going over there. Alright, up to the sawmill we go for half of the cabins that it requires. Not only did the truck perform very well today for my first time in it, I'm not quite to the sawmill yet, but I haven't done any damage to it yet either. So that's pretty impressive right there alone. No damage. I was so unsure about this truck when I was upgrading it inside the garage. I'm like, I don't know about this. This long chassis. Is it going to turn good? How's the weight going to distribute on it? But yeah, it's doing pretty darn well. I'm just going to park right here just for a second. And we'll do a thumbnail, which you may have already seen. It's not a bad one. Oh, I was in high gear. That's not what you want. Park and brake. Can't start in high gear. So the cabins need to go over here, apparently. I'm just trying to figure out my approach here. Oh, wait, do they need to be... Oh, camera collision somewhere. Do they need to go... Ah, well, I'm not going to... Yeah, I'm going to have to load them up with a crane, which is not a big deal because we do have a truck. All right, I'm just trying to figure out... If I bring... Alright, let me go ahead and we got to set this up. Alright, spinning around. What damage? I did. You saw nothing. Well, I was trying to go up that ramp, but can I not go up that ramp? I'm not trying to do anything by going up the ramp. I'm just trying to give myself some room to pull forward here. Oh, that did a lot of damage to the suspension. A lot. What is the camera colliding on that it keeps doing that? There's not, like, nothing really that close to me, I don't think. Alright, park and brake. Turn off the engine. Unpack cargo. Now, the question I have is, which one is it? We'll just jump in this one. Okay, so it's the next truck over. I'm not sure if I can take the shortcut with this or not. Let's go find out. I'm trying to think, I think my pickup truck is still down at the fuel station with a maintenance trailer. And let's put all-wheel drive on. Put it in low plus. We'll put diff lock on as well. This may have a little hard time getting through here. Ooh, almost tipped over, actually. But the tree I was trying to go around saved me. Okay, that was no excitement whatsoever. Although just for a brief second there, I was like, oh, it's going to tip over. But it did not. But this thing is rocking. Alright, actually we'll just put it in neutral. Park and brake. Hope I'm not parked too close. I might be parked a little bit too close to the nearest one. Okay, let's actually get that one there. Is that as far as the crane goes? That's as far as the crane can go. All right, hang on a second. Hey, well, that's a problem. Restore crane. Alright, so what I need to do is... I don't know if I can turn this thing around in here. Thinking I won't be able to. Okay, let's try this. This might... I'm like 90% sure this is going to work. Alright, now we'll just swing this over. That's not what I... Thank you. That's what I want to be attached to. Wait, is that as far as that crane's got to be able to go farther than that? Well, remember how I said 90%? I mean, am I in the zone enough? Can I give it a push? Alright, so how do I... get it to accept it? That's the question I have. How do I get it to accept the cargo? No, why did you... No, I'm I'm on that. All right. There we go. Am I dropping this off in the wrong spot? I don't think so. But then again, what the heck do I know? That is not going to... Is that going to stay there? Oh, it's going to stay there. Now what I want to do is just... Oh, it's pushing my truck back. Is that as low as the crane can go? It is as low as it can go. Well... Not quite sure. Do I have to do the other... Do I have to do the metal beams and the concrete slab first before it'll take the cabins? Is that a thing here? I may have to do this before it accepts the cabins. So... Yeah, that could be a thing. I have no idea. Because I can't get out of the truck and run up there and just be like, accept. So I'm not quite sure. But anyways, I will say this. I was extremely happy with the Dan truck today. Change trucks. Let's jump back over to the Dan just for a moment here. Look at this beauty. That thing handled flawlessly today. Until the end, until I damaged the suspension by trying to back over that ramp right there, unfortunately. And it took out half my suspension, so when it does get damaged, it could be quite devastating in some areas, depending where you are. But you know what? Not too bad today. We got 2 cabins up here. Not accepted, but they're up here. And now we know what that job entails. I got to just do what we just did today one more time for the cabins. But yeah, we will probably focus on the metal beams and the concrete slab next time, just to mix it up a little bit. But anyways, if you made it this far in the video and you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button. Helps out the channel and the video more than you know. Also lets me know that you enjoy this content that you saw here today. While you're down there, if you haven't done so, that subscribe button as well. But that is where we're going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in SnowRunner. But until then, have a good one.